Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again in the world of Tank's Garage in our freshly painted E4. There's been requests for me to show a little bit more gameplay of the E4, so I said, you know what? Today is the day. So as you can see, we do have a platoon mate with us today. He will be running his AMX-50B, which is an auto loader. The thing with his tank is it's still classified as a tier 10 heavy, but it's not really heavily armored. So he can't really get into the faces of too many people. He's more of a sniper at range kind of tank. So we're going to keep an eye on him. He's going to be back with us because we're a sniper as well. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a match, shall we? All right, guys. So it looks like we are on Dragon Ridge. I love this map since they flattened it out a little bit, but we're not going to have too many long lines of sight. Most of the battles are pretty up in your face, so we're just going to see how it plays out. We got a mouse to deal with, an E557, a T62A. We got to be very careful with that thing. So I think for starters, I look at the map and I see that my platoon mate is clear off to the left-hand side, but we do kind of have an understanding. We kind of know where each other's going, so we're just going to meet up in the middle there. The one thing we got to be very careful of is that there's two artillery that's in a party. So we got to be very cautious of those tanks. And then I got my slow grind up the hill. Come on, baby. I feel like telling my guys to get out and push. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up here to the corner and I'm going to peek this hill down into the bottom, because there's always seems to be a few people that either poke down here on the hill or they like to try to look over the ridge. But I don't want to pull out there and get myself detected and shot really quick, so I'm kind of playing it soft right here and just staying looking down here. I'm hoping that tank down below us will spot something. He doesn't see anything. So I'm starting to get a little concerned, like, why hasn't he spotted anything down there? It's an E75, and then this guy bumps me, and I was like, whoa, hey, what's going on here? So we're just kind of sitting here waiting, and Kiss My Grits hasn't seen anything. He's actually even pushed forward. Then all of a sudden, we see the tank destroyer. I don't have a shot on him. Then we see the E5. This E5 is, since they've nerfed it a little bit, sure has been a very strong tank. So I really don't want to give him my lower plate. So I kind of back up a little bit. He peeks. He sees my platoon mate. I flung around, but I didn't really have a good shot on him. I was just hoping for a quick hit. I was going to make him pay for shooting at my platoon mate, but it didn't work. So I kind of back up here because I want to draw him out. I want him to feel a little comfortable. So he peeks, he sees me, and he backs up. But I don't want to give him the opportunity to think that I'm going to go ahead and push him. And then I see him start to push. So right now I tell my platoon mate, push out. We got side shots on him. I got a shot into him. I told him, I said, come back over here, take a couple shots, and unload your clip into this guy really quick. So he comes back. He's tracked. I got a good shot into him. My platoon mate hits him again. Leaves him on just a sliver. He's reloading now. So I went ahead and I finished him off. Perfect play on our team, on our platoon. That's how you have to work together. Perfect opportunity, knowing that he's in an autoloader and that I could cripple that guy fairly hard. So I went ahead, pulled back, got the 6th sense off me just in case Artie had a round that they could fling over at me. I see we got a pretty good line of defense over here on the right-hand side. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if I got the shot on this STI, and he just backed up, and I'm looking, I'm trying to find a little bit of a spot. He backs up just enough. I see his hatch, but I'm not sure I can hit that. So I'm just kind of waiting. Because I got such a long reload time on this tank. You have to be patient and wait for the good shot. He backs up, and then I see it. Boom, I hit him for 816 and start setting him on fire. He had either an auto extinguisher or he actually put it out. Somebody else tracks him. He's in place. I still get this long reload. Now I can see he's panicking because he's looking behind him trying to figure out where he's getting hit. I see just the tail end of him, and I hit him for the other 251. So patience is a virtue in this tank. Zoom all the way in, take your time, you get a long reload, and just kind of take your time with this tank. So at this time, my teammate's starting to yell that he's like pushing these other guys a bit. So I said, okay, well, I'll come over and kind of support you a little bit and just kind of keep an eye here. Because the only thing I really saw down below was an E75, and I know we have an E75 down there. And I'm just kind of bouncing along here around this corner to help him, and then, oh shit, there's an E75 and a mouse. So now I've been really worried, so I put a shot into the E75, which was a great shot. I'm waiting for this mouse to kind of shoot. My platoon mate comes back to kind of help things out. I'm looking, I see a shot, and I'm like, come on, get that little spot right there. Stop. And it bounced. I couldn't believe it. That's a soft spot on that tank, and somehow it didn't pin him. So my platoon mate has pushed down there pretty hard, and he's getting very aggressive towards his mouse. But he's also reloading. So I'm trying to push down the hill with him. I get rolling down there. The guy's taken care of up top. I see the 80-70 starting to push, and then I saw the T-54, and I'm yelling at my platoon mate, look out to your left, to your left, to your left. And he goes, oh, okay, so he's going to focus on that. So I said, I'm going to push with this E75, and I'm going to see if I can get into the face of this guy. The E75 is very weak, so he's playing very cautious. I'm full health, so I'm a little more ballsy. I'm going to push into this guy a little bit. So I'm trying to kind of get him to back up a little bit. I let him turn towards me. I try to put a shot into his turret, and it didn't work. He bounces off of me. Now he's really panicked. But this time, I decided I'm going to push up to the next rock so I can still kind of stay behind him and try to keep him pinched between me and my platoon mate. He looks at me. He sees me. He's pointing at me, so I just kind of back off because I'm not reloaded. I'm waiting. He turns to deal with my platoon mate. Gives me a full side shot, which is beautiful for me. So at this point, he's going to start backing up to get away from my platoon mate. So I want to get up here next to him. So my platoon mate's going to be out of ammo really fast. He's going to have to reload. So now I'm letting this guy just look at me. He misses the shot. I'm going to stay alongside of him. I'm going to hit him one more time. And now I got this long reload. So I'm just going to nestle right up to him. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to block this shot for this light tank, which gets around and puts a shot. And then I back up quickly so that the last guy can get a nice shot into him. So I was just trying to like stay alongside of him and block that shot the best I could for that light tank to let him get around him, which worked out perfectly. So we got one tank left, which was the T-54. My platoon mate's already on his trail. So at this point, I know I'm probably not going to catch up to him because by this time that T-54 is gone. So right now we're kind of having a conversation like he's going, I don't know where that T-54 went. And I said, well, I think if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, he's probably went back, tried to look for our arty, probably didn't find him. But he's got to be back there someplace because he's not getting on the flag. So at this point, they start to capture the base. So then I'm telling my platoon mate at this point, well, now that they're capping the flag and I still haven't seen him on ours and you guys are almost to our flag, I'm assuming he's going all the way around. That's why I started to turn away from our base and go up this way. Because I felt like I could probably cut him off at town or on the other side of town up at the top of this ridge. So I figured instead of chasing him towards our base and never finding him, I'm trying to get a cutoff on him right now. As I'm looking at the map, you can see we're all kind of back here. We got my platoon mate back at the base, and we got guys on their on their cap. So at this point, I'm just going to try to go up here and see if I can see him and get him cut off. I want to get him cut off before he gets back and resets their flag.
Focus on this location.
So I'm yelling at this guy to attack just due to the fact that I want him to get off the base. I don't want, there's plenty of us here that can outrun, that can get this guy. So I'm like, just get off the base. Let's go ahead and kill him. And of course, I'm in this slow-ass haul up this tank, or up this hill, but I'm still screaming attack, trying to get this guy to get off the base. And at this point, I'm telling my platoon mate, well, we haven't found this guy, and they're going to cap it out. Well, then one of them got off, and I thought, well, we got a couple more seconds. I said, but this other guy's not going to get off. Then all of a sudden, he's spotted. I look at the map really quick. He's clearing the back corner. There's no way I'm going to get there. The guy does get off the cap, thank God. And then they push in on him. The light tank's on him. My platoon mate's almost to him, and he says the light tank's on him pretty hard. And he says, damn, this light tank's going to kill him. And I'm never going to get there. So he kind of did what I thought was pushing all the way around there. But, you know, as you can see, we didn't seem like we did a lot in this game, but we did 4,863 in damage, almost 5,000 in damage with 2 kills and only 490 blocked. So as we watch this video, we can see that the E4 is one of those tanks that is very easily feels like you're not doing a lot in the game because it is kind of lumbering and slow. But when you shoot something hard. And as you can tell by this, we did 4,863 in damage. Like, you can't ask for much more. We were top of the team in damage. Look at that. Our platoon mate still did almost 2,400, but we did almost 5,000. Like, almost double what our platoon mate did. Well, actually, yeah, over double. And we only fired 10 rounds, had 9 hits, and penetrated 7. And 2 of those shots that I didn't penetrate went into the mouse. As you can see, we engaged 4 tanks, did 1,259 on the STI with the burnout. We did the E5 for 1,013. We did 1,700 on the mouse, and we did 800 on that. So you can see this tank is amazing. So I recommend, guys, if you're even anywhere close to getting this tank, by all means, keep pushing for it, because this is a tank that's mobile, has a little bit of a turret that can pivot and can cause a lot of damage in a short amount of time. So with that being said, you guys asked for it. You wanted to see another E4 video, so here it is for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for all the support on the channel and the series and all of the World of Tanks videos. I appreciate all your guys' support. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting new YouTube content and when we're live streaming. And if you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out, be part of the audience. If you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons. So again, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today, and we'll see all your faces on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for future videos.